Gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Post Up. You see, Menzi, I didn't forget this time around. And today, I'm joined by the three amigos, the Wave Man. So you know Wave Man, dog. You're no longer Water Boy. Okay,
No,
Wave
it's the
Man.
same thing. It's the same thing. Just as my name has
Oh
many
yeah.
names.
Just the
Many names.
reverse.
Oh,
Just the
I
reverse.
see. I
Yeah.
see. I know it's because he's
Yeah.
in second year now, Jimmy, bro. He can sign in people and everything and rest.
Okay.
That's why he's now the wave man, young Tola.
Yeah, he's a
Menzi,
bachelor.
he's a
What's up?
bachelor now.
What's
Yeah.
good? What's good?
Yeah.
Don't, Jets.
Yeah, I know it's been a long time, guys. I
Yeah,
missed you
yo,
guys.
when did I see James, bro?
When
Hey,
time.
guys, it's been a minute.
That's
Eh?
good.
It's
It's
been
been
a
a
minute, guys.
minute.
Hope you guys are good, man. A lot
I'll
of
be
things
okay.
happening in the
Yes, sir.
basketball space, bro. So nice to catch up with you guys on that.
I
Yeah.
know
Hmm.
hundreds. I think. Let me just bring up the first topic at hand because I want us to actually dive into the main one from jump. Without wasting any time. Just
I thought you
quickly
saved that for
sharing my
last.
screen. Ah, you want me to
Nah,
save it for last? The main
nah,
one.
nah,
Nah, no,
nah,
no,
nah.
no. I just
Nah,
thought you
dog.
did
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go,
Let's
guys.
go.
Yeah.
Because that's the one where we're gonna, of course, give most of our opinions. And so, gents, I'm not sure if you can see my screen. Can you?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See it.
Yeah. Boy wonder, Luka Doncic gets traded to the Lakers. I'll start off with you, Waterboy, because I mean you were here since 7 o'clock,
20
which is
past 7.
crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, my guy, go for it, my guy.
Yeah. Like literally, bro. When I got the news of this trade, it wasn't even on my own. Like my friend hit me up. I had just woken up and my friend Katso messaged me and he's like, bro, did you see we got Luka? And my first response was, nah, you lying. Like that didn't happen. And then, oh, what's good, Tabs? What's good? And then when I checked for myself, I went to go fact check because I really didn't believe him. And I saw that, yo, this is happening. And at first, I didn't process it properly over like the first 1 or 2 days because I was sad about losing Anthony Davis because I just like Anthony Davis. But now that some time has passed and I got time to like think about it and be like, you know what, this was actually a good trade because, and I felt better about it because of the trades that what's this guy's name? Rob Pelinka made following this. But at first, I wasn't happy at all. At first, I was like, man, this is bad. We've improved offensively, but we have basically zero defense now. All of that. I was just looking at all the concerns because I wasn't excited. I wasn't even excited, like, oh, we got Luca. That took time to settle in. It's still settling in now as we speak. Like, damn, we got Luka Doncic. But my main concern was there's an even bigger hole in the defense now. But since then, Rob has made a trade for a center. So we have we've patched it up somewhat. But still, as much as now, at least offensively, we're like at least top five in the league. We'll be a top five defense. Luca will raise that way, way higher because we know the scoring machine he is, as well as the playmaker rebounds all around. It's like having two LeBrons on our team and now we're future proof. So when LeBron retires any time from now, we really don't know. We know we're set for the next few years because we know I know Luca will hold it down, and he's the next franchise player, and this is the first time in LeBron's life where he's playing alongside a star that's better than him, a basketball player that's better than him. So it's going to take some adjusting for him because he's going to have to play more off ball. Let Luca be the primary ball handler. Let everybody else defer to Luca because he is the best player on the Lakers right now. And yeah, to be honest with you, just how I feel about it is still setting in, dog. It's still like I'm still processing the AD loss, man. I miss AD,
Yeah,
man. But shout
yeah,
out, shout out Luca. I'm happy Luca is here. I'm happy now. Like now that I've
yeah.
processed and everything is just, you know, I've had some time. Yeah, no, I'm good. Everything good.
All right. I know. Let's move over to James. I mean, I James literally phoned me after I sent him the screenshot from Twitter, just letting him know that it's not NBA Sentinel, yeah, or Sentinel.
Centel, yeah, Centel.
Centel, yeah, Centel, and it's ESPN. So, James, on your end, bro, do you feel the same as Waterboy or indifferent?
Well, I think this Luca and AD trade will be one of those moments of where were you when you found out? you know,
Facts.
everyone,
Yeah.
everyone will know exactly what they were doing when they found out that this was completely off the radar. It was never even a suggestion. And
Yeah.
there's actually a stat that came out that it has never happened in the history of the NBA that two all NBA players were traded for each other. You normally get a rising prospect with a big star, and you give up like a whole bunch of draft picks. Like look at, for example, Rudy Gobert, or look at Kevin Durant. You give up like a whole bunch of your draft picks for the next 7 years, pretty much for that. But to go like for like, and I honestly think that AD is probably top five right now, maybe top seven, maybe just missing out on the top five, but he's definitely has a
Yeah.
shot to the way he's been playing this year, he's probably has a very big shot for top. I know that he makes the NBA All Stars second team, but I really think that that's because there's Jokic there. But if it was really purely facts on facts, and not considering centers, I think he's probably top five in my opinion. So it was the first time it's ever happened before. It was completely off the radar, and I was shocked. I was literally in bed, and I'm like, what is X into me at 7 in the morning? I'm like, there's no ways. And I saw, I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no ways. Like no one saw it coming. 2 days before AD went on, he had an interview with Shams where he was saying he wants the missing piece for the Lakers was to get another center. And when I look at the Lakers, how they've been playing for the past 6 weeks. I think in the last 11 games that they've won 9, they beat some pretty good teams in that stretch. And literally, if you had just put 80 with that big, the Lakers was complete. But if you are Rob Pelinka and Nico Harrison calls you and says, "Poof, here's Luka, just give me AD. I don't need to draft picks." I don't think any GM in this world would say no to that.
Yeah.
There was always the dilemma of there's LeBron and there's AD. LeBron is 40, AD is what, 31, 32 years old.
32.
Yeah, and what happens after this happens? Next year or end of the season, LeBron has a player choice in terms of where he wants to go. Does he stay? Does he sign on? Does he retire? What happens afterwards? AD. We've always said that LeBron has always wanted to defer to AD, but AD doesn't want to take the bull by the neck.
Reins.
So is he really the guy to take the future of the Lakers into the next 10 years? And someone comes to you and says, "There's Luka." As much as we all love AD, anyone else, I'm telling you, would have probably taken this deal, right? And the fact that all the Mavs wanted was AD, right? It was if Luka was on display for the rest of the NBA, there would have been some crazy proposals. You would have probably seen like 11 draft picks for Luka, So it's actually for me, it's actually very surprising in terms of how little they gave up. AD when AD goes down, he goes down for months, man, and that's your season gone. So very interesting trade. There's always a talk of who won the trade.
Yeah.
You can't tell. I think there will be who won the trade in the short term, who won the trade in the long
Yeah.
term. The way Nico Harrison said it is he wants to win right now for the next 3 or 4 years. So I mean, GMs
Yeah.
also get rotated like players. So I think for him, he wants to leave a legacy that he made the Mavs win. And if that means giving up Luka, for me, that's a very bold move. I honestly think no matter what, you can't give up a top 5 NBA player who gives you a 60-point triple double. You can't give up that kind of a player. You've just got to make it work with other pieces, just not Luka. So I think that's why everyone was shocked. Moving AD, not so much, but moving AD for Luka, the future of the NBA. I don't know, man. So.
Yeah.
But look, I follow the Lakers and shout out to them. Luka will make his debut on Saturday, so I'll be there watching. So I'm pretty sure the NBA are gonna see a spike in streams when it comes to the Lakers. So they make some
Yeah.
money. And that's another angle. Was this an NBA programmed thing? You know, because if it was David Stern would have blocked that shit, bro. David Stern would not have allowed it to happen. Look at Chris Paul, you know. So, yeah, very interesting, man. I don't know. What about you, Lindsay?
Yeah, Menzi, bro. Yeah, I was about to go to Menzi. When on your end, what were you up to, Menzi? When you heard the news home of Luka heading there,
I think it
and
was in
yeah,
the
your
morning.
take. Yeah,
I think he WhatsApped me in the morning or something. And I
yeah.
even was like, hey, is this like fake news or something? But yeah, man, obviously it was a ridiculous decision by the Dallas Mavericks to trade Luka. Nico Harrison, like James said, he's just trying to make a statement, bro. He thinks he's the next Masai Ujiri or something. So so it's either he wins a chip or he made a terrible decision. And if he wants to put himself in that position, good for him. I respect the courage, but it's a stupid decision. Luka does not get traded. He's a transcendent player, and they keep saying like it's because of his conditioning. Nonsense. Like they basically hung Luka out to dry, bruh. And that for me is what made it so ridiculous. Even if you were trading Luka, you could have just notified him, maybe like even if it was 5 minutes before the trade. Just but the fact that they didn't call him, they didn't say anything. They just traded him like he's some role player. That for me was a silly decision making. There's clearly a personal beef there. As much as Nico was trying to make it seem like it was all professional, all business, there's clearly some personal stuff there. But for me, big mistake by Nico. I don't think that Dallas are gonna win a chip. They have a pretty strong team because they've got 3 champions and a champion and a coach who won the champion as an assistant coach. So they've got, and they made it to the finals. So there's hope. They actually might go far, but I just believe the NBA teams are way too strong. They're not gonna. There's a few guys who are gonna kill them. So it's a big mistake on Nico. But the real winner here is the Lakers because Lakers, in a sense, are like the Dallas Mavericks of NBA, but they just win more. They even if they're a losing team, just having Luka with the LA shirt with LeBron is still a vibe. They're still gonna. There's still so much. There's still W's all around, even if it's not a chip. It's still just a good look. It's part of the Lakers brand. You know, they always get big time players. Luka and LeBron is gonna be absolutely insane. Like as much as we can statistically, we can't prove it. If Luka feels antagonized by this trade and then gets into shape and goes on a rampage with LeBron, it's over. Whether the defense is weak, they will find it'll be enough for them to carry through to the playoffs. But just optics wise, for me, it's a big win for Lakers. Nico, obviously, it's either he's an idiot or the greatest strategist GM since like Masai. But yeah, and at the end of the day, it's not like Lakers knew they were going to get Luka. They were literally like given like a gift from the sky, and they were like, okay, we're not going to say no to this. I mean, it's still Luka at the end of the day. And yeah, so for me, Lakers win. Dallas tentative, bruh. I personally don't think they're gonna go far, but they could. On paper, they could go very far. There's potential. I mean, Kyrie and AD and Klay Thompson. I mean, like that's a crazy team with all these other trees on Dallas Mavericks with Jason Kidd coaching. I mean, there's potential, like crazy potential, but I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, see, but on and as well, man, if you consider Luka's age as well, Luka's very young, guys, like 25, and to trade a 25-year-old who's been making all NBA first team. I have to say
5
that
years in
shit
a
3
row.
times. 5 years in a row since a sophomore year is
Bro.
crazy. It's crazy. Do you guys think it's because of this?
Yeah.
No, I don't
You
think so.
think it's because they don't want to pay him?
No, the reason to get rid of why would it? What's the reason for not wanting to pay him?
Yeah, that's the thing. I need to say they were making up this thing of conditioning, and that's why they felt like it wouldn't be worth it to pay him the supermax. But the thing is that as much as Luka has been quote unquote out of shape, he can still drop 73 points, you know? Like it's what Shaq was saying just now on like the Inside Guys. I don't know if it was this morning, but recently we were saying we need to define the term, especially in sports, out of shape, because these out of shape players are the best players. People were saying the same thing about Jokic. People are saying the same thing about Luka, but Jokic is dropping 2K numbers every day, and he's out of shape, you know. And like Luka, out of shape Luka is better than like out of shape Luka is like top 3, top 2 in the league. So imagine a Luka in shape, in shape, then what's gonna happen, you know? But I personally think the conditioning thing is a hoax. I agree with Menzi when he says there's something we're not being told as fans. There's something here we're not being told. Because from the moment Luca landed in LA on that Jets and he pulled up in that all black, bro, the hoodie and the sweats, we could see, good to know, this guy is not 270 pounds. So someone is lying about something.
Yeah.
That's also
For
just
me, look, when I think about it, I think there's an element of Zion Williamson creeping in here to an extent, right? Now Zion Williamson got a big bag and he's done absolutely nothing with that bag, you know. And if there's worries about conditioning, and now you are, and NBA contracts are guaranteed. It's not like the NFL where, bro, you break your leg, sorry,
Yeah.
but your money is gone. These contracts are absolutely guaranteed, and you know, if he's your future and you're paying him like this long-term kind of cash, you know, what happens if his conditioning gets very bad, you know, and you're now stuck. And we've seen some franchises where one bad deal will literally destroy the franchise's
Yeah.
future into infinity, basically. Some franchises have never recovered by giving bad contracts.
Washington
The Lakers
Wizards.
are only recovering.
Those ones.
Yep.
Exactly. Look at
Yep.
John Wall. I mean, John Wall and Bradley
Bradley
Beal.
Beal.
Those are bad
Yeah.
contracts. I mean, the franchise now is fucked. They can't. I mean, they are. I watched them play against the Lakers, and they were abysmal.
They are
Absolutely,
cooked.
absolutely abysmal. The trades that they made now, they moved Kuzma out of the Wizards. They brought in a Ty, Chris Middleton. Just very dodgy, dizzy trades. That franchise is cooked. You know, I won't be surprised if Jordan Poole doesn't move today because, bro, like what does he have to play for at the Wizards? But bad contracts will destroy franchises. You know, the Chicago Bulls, similar with Zach LaVine, you can't do anything if you have a bad contract, and no one will actually take on these bad contracts. So I think for me, how I'm possibly seeing it is they're like, bro, we love this guy, but if his condition doesn't improve, can you win a chip? And I think the risk of paying a player, because I mean, I think in year 5, if I'm not mistaken, you'll be paying Luka $1 million per game. That's never been done before. That's never been heard of.
He would have been highest paid.
And I think they're getting to a point.
Oh, sorry, I was saying he would have been highest paid had he got the Supermax. Was he eligible?
Yeah. So I think for me, I think it's a combination of conditioning, money, thinking of Zion Williamson, and something that we don't know. Because Mark Cuban, when they asked him, "Did you know about the trade?" he said no. So if Mark Cuban doesn't know, and this trade still happened, and you know Mark Cuban absolutely loved Luka, and he said he would divorce his wife for Luka. So because of that statement, it also had me think that shit, something sinister really happened there.
Also,
But,
James, like to what you're saying, let's say for example, let's say for example, the reason they traded him was because of the Zion thing, because that is a fair reason to say, hey, look at these stars, when they get their money, they start acting out. That is a fair reason. But if that, let's say for example that was the only reason, let's say that was just a strategic business one, why go about it this way, dude? You know, because if there was no internal beef, you know, they would be like, they'd sit him down, they would say, where do you want to go? Okay, we'll shop you around. But because they didn't even do that, it tells me that there's definitely some deep stuff, bro. You know.
Yeah. And another thing is,
do you guys think LeBron did?
He
I think he
didn't.
knew. I think he knew, dog.
Can I tell you why he didn't know? Can I tell you why? He didn't know?
LeBron knew, bro.
LeBron knew. He lies, dog. Not this one.
LeBron is the all-seeing eye, bro. And
Yeah,
they
dude.
definitely
They
definitely
I'm
definitely
telling you,
gave
bro,
him.
the truth. I promise you guys didn't know that.
But you
Why?
think he's
Honestly,
what makes you say that, Water Boy? What
Yeah.
makes you say
firstly,
that?
with the relationship aside, besides AD and LeBron being friends, nah, besides being friends, it's just like he knows, the whole team knows about. That's why I was telling you guys my reaction to this trade wasn't a good one when I heard that AD is out. Not besides the fact that I'm a fan of AD, I like AD, but they know that
Mhm.
they have lackluster defense. With AD there already, it's already tough to get that defense up. So removing him, yes, Doncic is a great, like, it's a great acquisition. But now when you take AD out, who's the defensive anchor? Who are you
Um,
guarding on a
I,
like on a
I, go-
nightly basis?
I go on there, bro. I go on there, bro.
Mhm.
Number one, LeBron traded Dwayne Wade from the Cavs because he was shit. That's his
Oh,
homie.
Dwayne Wade
They
was
vacation
ass.
together.
But
But it's
Dwayne Wade was
still his friend. You
ass.
you brought up the fact
Yo,
that
yo,
they're
yo.
friends.
No,
Hey,
that's why I
That's
said
part
Tabo.
of it,
friends
right?
aside. Before I
Yes,
spoke, I
yeah.
said friendship aside.
Oh, okay. Secondly,
Yeah.
bro, they let this guy's kid run around the Lakers, and you're telling me they didn't play? They didn't tell him about Luka? That's not that. No ways, bro.
Yeah.
They let LeBron's James kid run around the Lakers training camp and whatever, like he owns the place, bro, and treating him. They're giving Bronny James the Taco Fall treatment, bro. And you telling me they didn't tell him about Luka? They definitely told him, bro. They definitely told him, bro. LeBron
Yeah.
is a mastermind. He's gonna play dumb, obviously. I don't know,
Yeah.
but they
He
told him.
tweeted
Even
even. He
even
even
even if it
tweeted.
was even if it was a quick WhatsApp, even if hey, by the way, don't get mad, nah. We're gonna get rid of your boy, but we're getting Lucas. So don't yeah. And LeBron's like, oh damn, okay. They definitely told him, bro. I believe
Yeah.
he knew. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know, bro.
Tabo.
It's
Yeah,
good,
let's bring
boys.
Tabo in. Let's bring Tabo
So
in
what's
because
What's
up?
up,
Tabo was
Sam?
very emotional. You know, he was
Yo, 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 yo.
send
What's
me
good,
voice
Ben? What's good,
notes.
gents?
Yo, Tabo,
So yeah, dog. I've already asked the gents about their reaction to this trade, you know. But when on your end, do you think Brown knew about this trade, Tabo?
There's nothing Braun doesn't know in
Mm.
the Lakers organization, bro. There's nothing.
Mm.
This is the same team that is willing to give him some shares or allow him to buy into an NBA team. He knew about it, but I don't think he took it serious. I didn't think he thought it was possible to happen. But
Mm.
I don't know how they did it. They managed to get Luka. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, with that being said, we need the Lakers need to get a replacement because Luka is not he's not going to make that huge of a difference in terms of on defensive sides. I think we all can agree on that compared to AD.
Yeah. No, indeed, indeed, indeed. I was about to share my screen. Let me just quickly share it. And I just wanted to, of course, get your guys' input as far as this trade that they made. To be honest with you guys, I do not watch the Charlotte Hornets that much. I like Lamelo's game, pretty much that's it. But
What?
this center guy, I don't know his name. I
Mark
would like
Williams?
Williams.
to. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mark
I played for
Williams.
North Carolina or Duke. Duke. Yeah, I played for Duke.
Was he? Is he a
Yeah,
rookie?
man. I don't know.
What
I
does
don't
he hold
know.
on
Second.
there?
Maybe he's
I
a
think it's his second year. It's his second
okay.
year. He played for, if I'm not mistaken, he played for Duke. Yeah, he
Yeah,
played for Duke 2 years ago,
yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, my question is that does this trade, I mean, James, of course, sent me this snippet, but does this trade does it help you guys defensively? Let me just ask that. Yeah.
Yes.
100%,
Mm.
150%, bro.
I had to look at his
How is his
numbers.
numbers, this guy, though?
20 and 12.
I don't know
20
too
and
much of
12.
Mark
20
Williams.
points, 12
Ooh,
rebounds, 2
okay,
blocks.
that's good.
Damn.
Yeah, but
Damn.
he's quite like he's a double
Mm.
threat, you know. And look, I didn't know about him. You know, these franchises that are not in the spotlight like the
Yeah.
Lakers and the Celtics. You know, you pretty much only see these plays when they play. You know, so I didn't know too much about him. I had to look through his numbers. He seems like he's you know there's productivity
Mm-hmm.
in him. You know, but you know the last game that AD played was against the Charlotte Hornets. And AD absolutely cooked this boy.
40-20.
Like AD cooked him against the Hornets.
Shit.
I saw a 3-minute clip of AD's last game, and it was pretty much all of his buckets was against this dude. And I was like, shit, he has no
Yo,
defense against
I'm
someone like AD.
coming down, bro.
Now, if the Lakers finish fifth and the Nuggets finish fourth, and you playing Jokic first round, Jokic will cook.
Aish.
Yeah.
Jokic will
That's true.
absolutely cook him, you know. So I'm not too sure about his defense, but Luka loves to play with big savers, and it's Lob City
Yeah.
with Luka. So he will be giving you those 15 and 10, 15 and 12 a game. But on defensive end, I think he's gonna get cooked. You know, so I still think they need another, whether it's a I actually wanted them to get Miles Turner.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
big center, rim protection, and can shoot, can score. You know, a little bit of everything. You know, so this guy, when I saw his defense, man, I wasn't interested, to be honest. But not threats, and I think he will be giving you 15, 20. He'll be like, who's that dude again, man? That the Lakers had and then he left. He's currently now at Philadelphia.
Mobamba.
Drummond.
But Drummond was he was a double threat. He'll give you 20 and 20, but he's shit. He actually
But
didn't play.
I know. I
You know,
James
the numbers,
hated him.
you saw the stats,
No,
not that
James,
great.
I agree with James, but you need to understand where we make up for it. We make up for it while because Lakers will get a fit and condition Luka for the playoffs, whether we like it or not. And this whole thing of saying Luka's guys, we've seen players coming out fat, and by end of when the playoffs come, the guys are back in condition. And the mere fact that he's going to be joining with LeBron is going to put it in his head and tell him straight up, this is the only opportunity we have. This is the only opportunity in the NBA while you're 25 you have. Because the Celtics are going to dominate you. Go to any other place. Celtics will dominate you. The Houston Rockets are going to dominate you. Detroit is going to dominate you. All these teams that we were never talking about, they are doing so great. You just look at the top 5 in each conference right now. It's a team that you never expected the Houston Rockets in the top 5.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
the Wolves are gonna be in the top 5 for a long time. Your Grizzlies are gonna be in the top 5 for a long
Memphis.
time. 100%, bro. Like those teams are going to be in the top 5 for the next 3 to 5 years, making it hard for Luka because we know that Luka needs that superstar, that support. With all due respect, Kyrie was not the superstar that Luka needed. Kyrie was a superstar that the Dallas Mavericks needed, but not to win a playoff championship with that type of player. So Luka will cover up if that guy can. Williams can give us whatever he was giving in in Charlotte. Luka doesn't have to be. LeBron is no more going to be the primary player. Let's be honest, gents. He's not going to be the primary player. He's not going to be playing this point guard shit. Sorry, man. The point guard, whatever. He needs to decide. Man, LeBron needs to decide. Okay, am I taking it easy and then fourth quarter I'm going ham, like rest my energy and all of that kind of stuff? But I think it's a better trade because Ukanet Naya, he was showing a decline since the beginning of the season. Like season he started up on a high, but he was not consistent. Even though I really like that boy, he's great. He's a great like player, 8th man, 7th man, but he is not going. We have Austin Reeves already. Too many white boys in the team. Got to balance it out.
Yeah. And we got the best one now.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Best white boy in the league.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, hey, dude. It's I think we've been speaking about the Lakers for quite some time now, for like 30 minutes, man. I just wanted us to discuss the Dallas Mavericks, man. I mean, with the inclusion of Luka, with AD rather. What are their chances, bro? Because when you look at that team looks solid. Yeah.
Second round.
Yeah. You think second round?
Singabong. It's definitely second
yeah.
round, bro.
Second round.
That's where they're
Second round.
getting. Not even just not even finals, conference finals. I mean, these guys
They can make
experienced
ACF.
players now.
They can make
They can make
finals.
conference final. But they
Yeah.
won't.
They won't.
So how I'm seeing it is that they, right now the top 4 teams, let's say top 3, top 4 teams, but the Rockets have been on a heavy decline in the past 4 or 5 games. They're pretty much set, right? And the Mavs are currently right now in that play-in slot, So which positions them to potentially, if they do get the play in, like number 8 or number 7, you play OKC.
Yeah.
So this team against OKC, can they beat OKC? You know,
Guys, experience, guys. You know what?
so for me, that's how
Nah,
I'm
bro.
thinking. Can they beat OKC? OKC is
No, they
pretty
won't.
good.
They won't beat OKC. Not in 7-game series.
OKC showed
They
their
could
potential
beat
last
them.
season, and this season they're showing their full potential. I think getting Hartenstein from the Knicks made life so much
Yeah.
easier for those boys because now they have a solid big man who doesn't care about scoring, but I'm going to play defense, I'm going to rebound, I'm going to block, and he plays defense. I'm going to give the ball to the other boys. That boy has a beautiful
But
hook shot.
And Chet's is coming
yeah.
back.
Imagine.
Yeah, none of them have been to a finals, guys. They're not gonna go far.
Yeah,
They're gonna
second round.
fight, but Dallas.
You guys really think that's a
There's
factor?
a huge factor, man. Like when it's if you look at the pattern of every team that wins a chip, that first time you get cooked, second time you go and win, or the third time. It happened to the Bucks. It happened to the Celtics. It happened to the Cavs. You know, you always have to go there for these young guys at the finals, and then they're gonna mess you up, and then you come back and then you win. If OKC make it to as far as the finals, listen, they could win. They could pull off like a Golden State when you
Yeah.
win like first time you just take the chip. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. It doesn't happen like that. Denver Nuggets also happened. They went there, they got cooked, came back strong, and won a chip. So OKC, this is just their baptismal right now. They're gonna go and experience and taste the finals or taste however far they get, and they're gonna come back next year and try win. So Dallas for me has a higher chance of getting further than OKC. But at the same, something about Dallas is just not sitting right with me, man. It's giving me that whole like Philadelphia with PG and Harden and Embiid energy.
With him.
I just feel like something weird's gonna happen and they're not gonna go far. But it's just my feeling, really. Yeah.
But guys, can I ask a question? Why isn't anyone talking about what Kyrie feels about this trade?
Yeah, dude.
True. He's
No
not
one is
happy,
bringing up
bro.
about what Kyrie feels because Kyrie went to Dallas for a reason. Is that reason not Luka at the same time? And we all know Kyrie. Kyrie has gotten to a point in his career where you can just call it quits. And it's like, you know what, I'm focusing on something else.
I think Kyrie likes basketball too much.
Yeah, look, I don't think Kyrie moves. Come
Yeah,
again?
No,
Go,
sorry,
Minty.
James, you can go. No, James, you can go, bro.
I feel like Kyrie is the forgotten warrior in the
Damn.
NBA. You know,
That cut me.
no one actually takes consideration.
Hey, that cut me deep,
No
bro.
one really cares about Kyrie.
That cut me deep, James. Damn.
No one really cares about Kyrie, to be honest. Look, and people move needles, right? I'll give you an example. Did you guys realize that Darren Fox and Wemby had a
Yes.
shit
Yeah.
today?
And they were
James,
cooking.
so why
That's
do you
nice.
keep James? Can you try not to stick
Straight.
to topic, bro? Because don't.
No, I want to bring a point. Like Darren Fox had his first game today, and nobody cared.
Right here.
Nobody
And
cared.
he dropped 24 with 13 assists. He was doing a great
Yeah,
game.
24.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
But there was literally no headlines. Like the ESPN had to change the schedule for Luka and LeBron, right? Because they played the Pacers and no one actually cares about that game. But now, oh shit.
Yeah,
So
important
every
now.
single game, till the end of the season will be televised. So I feel with Kyrie, something very controversial, but this whole Israel and Jewish stuff, if you touch the
Anti-Semitic.
you're automatically blacklisted. And I feel like there's a major blacklist happening with Kyrie. He's out of the NBA. I mean, out of the US men's basketball team. He's not there anymore. All NBA consideration is not in those considerations anymore. You see that guy cooks, but I think there's a weird
Stigma.
blackballing that's going on with Kyrie, and I think that's why they're trying to like almost push him out. And it's up to him to fight. I mean, he had his chance in that final last year. He should have cooked, but he was completely overwhelmed. And for someone who's been to the NBA finals 3 times, I was disappointed in his performance. It wasn't.
It was against the best
wasn't
team
great.
in the league, guys. It's understandable.
Calm down, bro. Calm down. We're not talking about the past.
It happens.
Calm
It
down.
happens. Now I understand, dog. Like that's why I'm not too hard on homie. It happens, dog. It's just up against.
It happened for a long time for your team, but they eventually won. They
But it's
eventually won.
you gotta knock. So This is the first. What does Aaliyah say in that song that Jimmy likes?
Let's take this topic offline. Let's not talk about this team. Let's take it offline.
All right, yeah. Jimmy, since you spoke about De'Aaron Fox, I wanted us to, have a brief discussion with him moving to the Spurs. Gents, do you guys like this move? Do you think it makes the
Yep.
Spurs a better team?
I
Because
like.
they didn't give up a lot. I was surprised that they kept Castle. Actually
Yeah.
kept their core, Brad. They didn't get rid of any of their core
Yeah.
besides KJ. But I'll start
Yeah.
with you, Waterboy, dog.
I like the way the Spurs have built around Wemby in his second year, like early from jump. They're not taking
Yeah.
time with it because now he has a solid point guard in De'Aaron who has his experience from the Kings, and then CP3 coming off the bench, floor general. He's also like
Yeah.
he's the veteran of the team. I think he's the oldest player on the Spurs.
Is there someone typing there, guys? Yeah.
It's
No
not
one.
me. I'm
Nah,
not
not
typing.
Oh,
me.
sorry. Yeah. It
But I
sounds
hear
like,
it.
okay.
I
Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
I heard
You
it
can
as
go,
well. I don't
Waterboy.
know what it is.
I just think the Spurs are doing a good job of building around Wemby because he is their franchise player. And other than keeping him happy, they're also trying to win. They're doing a lot better than they did last season, like at this point, because they're 12th, but I believe at the end of the season there'll be a play-in team. They'll be playing for the 8 spots in the playoffs. This is a good trade because not only can Fox now be floor general and defer to Wemby because Wemby will be the primary scorer, I believe. Even though the thing is, even if Wemby's having an off night, De'Aaron can score as well. So whenever that happens, he has his man to back up. But now, De'Aaron can get his assists up. This is just great. He can be more of a point
Yeah.
guard and leave the scoring to Wemby and everyone else. So this is good. This is good, but for Mbanyama, it's amazing as the
Well,
franchise player.
honestly, I feel it's an atrocious move. With
What?
the current makeup of the
What?
it's basically Lakers 2022, 2023. It's basically
For us.
Golden State
What?
Warriors for the past few seasons. You can't have 4 guards in your team, guys.
What do you
Can't have 4
mean,
guards.
bro?
The lineup is literally CP3, Darren Fox guard, Vassell guard, Stephen Castle guard, and Wemby.
Wemby.
That
Castle's
is
gone to the bench, guys. No, Castle's gone
now
to the bench.
player.
well
Yeah. It's
Not well
Barnes. It's Harrison Barnes,
And
bro.
it's
Harrison
you
Barnes,
have two generals.
forward.
You have CP3,
Guys,
and
Cas-
you have Darren Fox. You can't have 2 generals.
Castle
on one team.
comes. No, but Castle comes in for CP3. That's when
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox swaps from a
Now-
shooter to the point guard during that time. But
Yeah,
swap on and his minutes are cut down.
No, I saw today's lineup. Castle was on the bench. I'm like, they're literally stifling his growth right now.
Nah, they're not. He's a
He
rookie.
He has time. He's a rookie. He has time, bro. He's like
Ah,
18,
yes.
19. How old is he?
They need winners now. Like you have to build a team for Wemby. If I want to see how the next few hours goes in terms of the deadline, but they have to have a little bit more bigs, like genuine wings. They have a 3 and D player, a wing. They don't have that.
But
Yeah,
Jimmy, can I say this? We need to remember where Fox is coming from. Fox is coming from the Kings, where they had a perimeter big man who knew how to score, and there's a certain plays that needed to be given to him inside, where he's not allowed to go inside. Wemby plays a lot of his game not inside the post. He plays a lot of his game outside, opening it up for Fox. That's how I see. That's how the Spurs have seen it, and that's the only reason why I think Fox wanted it, because he's saying all the time, I need to bring up the ball and I need to wait for Sabonis to go in, set up, swing the ball, swing, give it to Sabonis. Sabonis does his thing. On my side, I'll just do the fast breaks. He wants to be open. He wants to be exposed. Like, he wants to expose his game completely. And I think the Spurs are going to allow him to expose his game perfectly. perfectly with the mere fact that Wemby is not always going to the post up. If imagine if Wemby was always going to the post up, do you think that will be exciting for us? It wouldn't be. He's already has a disadvantage, but he's pulling up from the tree.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he doesn't. He's doing crossovers before
I
he pulls
just
up.
feel like he's
Wemby's not
comparing
gonna
to certain
twing,
teams.
beat you, lay up.
Yeah.
But I
You
think
can
it's
go.
also early for us to decide. I think
I
it's
feel it's
also
a
early,
decent
but
team.
Played once.
Yeah, you can go, James.
I feel like it's Sacramento Kings in San Antonio, basically. It's the same kind of team makeup with too many guards, you know. And for me, I don't know. They have to make a few more trades to make it make sense.
they don't
Because
have
team
trade
is not
power
enough for
anymore,
me,
man.
guys.
Atlanta
Mark
is elite.
25. That team is not that good.
Man, don't do
I,
that, James. Last
Yeah.
time we quoted you from a show 2 years ago. We quoted you from something you said 2 years ago, and it happened. And when we told you, dude, give him a chance, bro.
which
I
one?
really
Yeah.
Trade
needed
not
to
that good.
give
Not
this
that.
team a chance.
Mark this though. This trade is not that good, bro. I'm telling you. Mark my words. I don't think it's a
Yeah.
good trade.
I beg
Unless
to
they
differ,
build pieces
James.
around the San Antonio Spurs. But I only see one
They don't have
big.
any trade power anymore. That's a problem.
Atlanta's
Yeah,
three.
cause Fox, bro, he's worth a lot, bro. He's on a what again? Isn't he on a max as well?
Max,
Yeah, he's on a max. He's worth a lot to Fox, bro. But you know what? I watched the last 5 minutes of the game, nah, when I woke up, and yo, it seems like when the Spurs close out the game, Wemby plays in the paint more, and then De'Aaron Fox, because Fox is very quick, he usually, runs in. So there's a point where Fox ran in, he tried laying up the ball. It, of course, hit the rim. It came out,
Cl-
and because Wemby is so fucking tall, bruh, he, of course, got the rebound and dunked it in, bro. And as well, Wemby also closed out the game with the free throws. Wemby's just ice cold in the clutch. That's one thing that we don't talk about, bro. I think that's where his game elevates, dog. He hardly misses in the last 5 minutes. He usually gets it in. And I think the Spurs they need to figure out schemes that put Wemby in a situation where he is the shooter, because he's very clutch. He's very clutch, bro. I've seen enough to establish that Wemby's clutch. Even the free throws at the end, you kind of felt that he was gonna get them. So for me, man, I think this trade will work, bro, personally. And as well, I'm a person who likes applying psychometric tests in teams. I look at Wemby's personality. I look at Fox's personality. Fox is a married man. He's not about, he's not about the street life. You can tell he grew up in the burbs, similar to
yeah.
to Wemby. And these guys actually want to win. It's not about, uh, I want to be the what again, the face of the franchise. I think they've established that Wemby is the guy. And yeah, I do think that they'll most probably, as Waterboy said, make the what again, play in or even the 8th seed. But from there on, I think from next season we will start to see the Spurs. They give me OKC vibes personally, because they've got a very young core as well. So yeah, man. Let's just quickly check if there's anything else that's left, dog.
There's a
Okay,
lot,
these
bro.
that.
Oh,
Okay, right.
Jimmy's at GSW.
Yeah,
Jimmy
that's
Butler.
what I was about to share now, dog. As far as Jimmy Butler, gents, like your takes, man, on him going. Yeah.
Jimmy and Draymond are gonna kill each other, bro.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Yeah.
It's really they're either gonna be besties for life, or they're gonna literally kill each other. That team is, and also Jimmy has shown to be clearly an issue. He did this at
Yeah.
Minnesota, did this at
Minnesota,
Philadelphia,
Philadelphia.
did it at Heat. So
Chicago.
yeah,
Yes,
he clearly ends up acting up. After, I mean, he starts off great. He always starts off amazing, honestly, and he's actually a pretty dope. That's the thing about Jimmy. Like, when he's a good player for the team, he's an amazing contributor. Like, morally, like morale-wise and even skill-wise and attitude-wise. But when he has a bad attitude, it messes everything up when he starts acting out. For me, Golden State, I don't see it, man. Jimmy, for me, also, there's a lot of retirements that are gonna happen next year, bro. And
Fact.
Jimmy's really on that train. He's gonna after this, I think he's gonna get that Swaggy P Dwight Howard treatment. No one's gonna pick him up, forced into retirement. That's how I see it for Jimmy. And then for Golden State, I don't think anything's gonna happen, honestly. But yeah.
Yeah.
Golden State might miss the playoffs.
You think?
Yeah.
Yo?
I think they'll miss the playoffs.
I think for me,
Yeah.
I think I want to say it's the beginning of the end, but it's been the end for a minute now at Golden State.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
I think where it went wrong with Golden State is they had pretty atrocious draft picks. They had LaMelo Ball right there that they didn't take over James Wiseman, who's pretty much not in the NBA anymore. You know, over the past few years, they've missed out on a lot of really good players. You know, Jordan Poole should have been crafted and developed. They should have rather
Fact.
canned Draymond for it. You know, so they actually missed a big part. Those few seasons where they were trash and they were getting proper draft picks, they should have actually cashed in on those and molded and built those guys. I mean, they drafted Jordan Poole, they could have had LaMelo Ball, and I think they really messed up. And I think getting Jimmy Butler right now is not the solution. I heard actually that when they found out, I mean, that's why if you guys saw that Steve Kerr was complaining about let's move the trade deadline to the All-Star week because you can't have coaches trying to give team talks while one of the players literally mid-game has been announced as he's been traded. And that's what happened with Wiggins, you know, that he actually just walked away from the whole situation. And, you know, Steve Kerr loved Andrew Wiggins, you know. You have such a team player for someone who's going to be very disruptive in the environment is not good. And I think Jimmy Butler's introduction will be the beginning of the end. There'll be a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
And a
I
lot
agree.
of guys will have fun. And they don't have any great draft picks, you know, and it's going to be just, there'll be for me, I feel like if Steph Curry leaves, there'll be pretty much a Brooklyn Nets. You know, there's no great players there, you know, and it's the end for the Warriors, and they didn't build well enough in the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. No, indeed. I'm with you on that, Jimmy. I'm not sure if you want to add. Tabo, I'm not sure if you want to add anything before I jump in.
Nah, bro. I think Jimmy said it all, and I think you also said it in the morning that it's the end of an era. It
is.
They were not supposed to do it. Jimmy should have went to the Suns. They should have swapped Beal with Jimmy. That was the expected trade. You know, that was the expected trade. But yeah, man, nah, this is not gonna work out. I think Jimmy. Yeah, you know what? It's end of an era, man. It's a sad time to be an NBA alive and be an NBA fan when these players are about to retire.
Hey, dude.
And they're gonna retire, and we will forget about them like we've never watched greatness during our era.
Yo, dude. And what's crazy is that they're just gonna follow each other, bro. They just
All
gonna
of them.
follow each other, dog.
All of them.
Yeah.
My fear is once LeBron leaves, because LeBron is he brings in the crowds. Once LeBron leaves, KD, Steph Curry, I feel we'll just be watching the NBA for vibes. Eh? Like, there's no great. There's Luka.
Damn.
But Luka doesn't bring those numbers.
There's Luka, there's Ja, there's a few guys, Wemby, but there's just one
There's
person
Tatum.
that's gonna go.
But we were lucky enough. I think we spoke about this. We were lucky enough to see an era where a lot of players were so influential towards the game of basketball, and how they changed the game and how you look at the game from not just being on the court. We're talking about outside the court, how trades were made, how players are getting paid. We are the lucky few, like, to watch that. Back in the day, you'll give someone simple examples. Scottie Pippen, they gave him a 10-year contract for how much?
Not much.
You know, peanuts, bro. Peanuts compared to Tabanga, Ulamelo, Lonzo, someone who hasn't been playing, just signed a 2-year extension for 20 million. Just like that. He hasn't played. We haven't seen. When last you heard about Lonzo Ball? and they're still
Yeah.
keeping him.
But-
They're still keeping him.
But you know what? Do you know what I think? Do you know what might happen is kind of scary? They're gonna, because now like basketball is gonna go into a bit of a junk phase because of all the fight. Because you know all the things that they have for these players, they kind of pretty much spoiled. So we're gonna have an era of a lot of spoiled players, and I think what the NBA is gonna do, they're gonna start like cracking down, bro. They're gonna make NBA Hunger Games. They're gonna make you fight for your money, and just they're gonna start
Yeah.
lighting some fire up these young players' asses. It's just that they can't do it right now because the veterans still have so much power and influence. But once those guys are gonna be like, you guys are gonna be our bitches now. LeBron is gone. The big boys are gone. None of the spoiled brat shit is over. Like, watch. You see what happened to Luka? I have a feeling they're gonna do Zion so dirty. Bro. There's gonna be something examples that are gonna be made, bro. And I think Ben Simmons, boy, they're gonna make examples, bro. And then they're gonna start cracking down. And once you crack down, they obviously everyone's gonna start swinging up and playing hard up the league. But there's a lot of like hectic cracking down that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and another. Oh yeah, sorry, Taba. Did you want to say something? Looked like you were gonna.
No. I'm like I was about to say, you could have said it better. Zion is next on the list to a point where all these weak teams that we've been watching are going to have all these former superstars all playing in that team. Avengers type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and do you guys think that the NBA is gonna start recruiting more internationally based players because it seems as if the internationally based guys aren't as troublesome? You know,
They're
they're
too
not the ones
patriotic
that
for
are.
that. I don't lie.
Or you
Nah,
think?
thank you.
You know Americans, bro. You know Americans.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, we American.
but-
We the best. We the. Don't do it. Yeah.
Yes, like I know, and then of course, you know, this is just my finals screenshot.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
were
this
saying this is
guy.
your
This is your
finals
finals prediction.
prediction.
Yo.
I thought he was gonna say that.
Ah, no, I
No
know.
one cares about
No,
this,
no.
bro. What cares
Yeah.
about
Which
this?
you no.
Yeah, it's not really. It's.
But something fascinating that I heard today that the AD trade, right? If you look at we always say who won the trade. It's very hard to say who won the trade right now. You have to look at it in the long run. And I'll give you two examples, right? The AD trade. The AD trade resulted in the Lakers getting AD, right? Who won a chip in 2020 because of AD. And now the chip flipped into Luka, right? So over a stretch of 7 years, it was one chip and Luka, and that's your future. So basically, it got them, it's gonna buy them 16 years worth of longevity, right? The
Yeah.
Pelicans have now traded away every single player that they got in the AD trade after Ingram left, right? Josh Hart left, Ingram left. Who else was there?
Lonzo.
Is at Chicago Bulls. All of those draft picks resulted in nothing, basically. They basically
Vibes.
lost in the space of 6 years. The Lakers won. You know. Now I take you guys back a couple of years, right? When the Brooklyn Nets got Kevin
Hard and
Garnett.
Teddy Kyrie.
Yes.
The Boston boys.
Listen, that trade resulted in last year's chip because with those picks, they got Jalen Brown.
They got
Jalen
Jalen Tatum.
Tatum.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the impact of how some of these trades will actually work out. And what Nico Harrison said, it's a 3-year thing. I don't really agree. It's a longer stretch, and history will remember this. And look at this Pelicans trade. It was absolutely dismal. They got absolutely no value and nothing for giving up AD.
And they still have Zion.
Fire
Yes,
everybody.
a big example, like what you said, Menzi, a big example we made of Zion. Like he doesn't care. He does not care. I mean, that is why you shouldn't give
Got his money.
80, 90-year-old his own shoe brand when he's done absolutely nothing.
It's the NBA's fault. It's the NBA's fault that Zion is the way he is.
Yeah.
But
Not
what about
entirely,
Wemby,
but
guys?
yes.
Yeah, but like Wemby also has a shoe deal. Like I keep telling you, I think it's all goes
He's
down to
worth it.
personality.
Yeah, Wemby's
And work ethic. Yeah, but but like even thing, didn't Zion like have like Hall of Fame potential according to a lot of
He
these
was
analysts.
From the
Abo.
get-go, from the get-go.
No,
He
from
was
the
one of
get
the
you.
highest rated rookies. He was one of the highest rated rookies.
But we
guys.
were
I think number
guessing,
one
guys.
before
We
LeBron.
we guessed this. Zion in fucking playing in college did not play in college. We
Yeah,
only
but
saw
because they were
if you
give,
look at Zion's
but
main
Tabo,
highlights.
but Tabo, remember how they treated Zion in college, bro? They were treating him like an egg, bro. They were treating him like the Virgin Mary,
Of
bro. So
course.
obviously, we're not gonna see what he has to give us because every time he fell down, the world would stop for him. So because they were praying for the
Then
league,
what
so
happened?
we couldn't see him at his best, you know.
Bro,
And
That's where they
did
are
Zion
now.
not miss his rookie season?
yeah,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
Nah,
a
that
yeah,
lot
was
yeah.
of
He
them.
did.
Yeah.
oh, he
He didn't.
did.
Did Ben
Yeah,
Simmons not do the same thing?
I was about to
Did
bring
Blake
that.
Yeah.
Griffin not do the same thing?
I'm gonna go
All
back
of
to
these
Maze's
high
point.
flyers, they miss it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Maze's point, but I'm sure when Wemby played in that first year at Duke, right? Every NBA coach and the NBA commissioner, I'm sure, was on the coach's head. Do not get this boy injured because that's the future of the
We
NBA.
need him.
You know,
Yeah.
so every
Yeah.
single ache and bump. Oh, please, that's our player. So, and just every single
Yeah.
coach literally watching him play. And I think it goes
100%.
back to athletics. You know, when I think of Noah Lyles and Keyshawn Thompson, Keyshawn Thomas would smoke the competition every single race, right? And he had never actually fought all the way, like from the 60 meter point to the 100 meter point in real time match game conditions. He had actually never actually ran at the last 40 meters properly, right? So because Zion in high school, in college, he never really played out full out. I think the NBA caught up with him, you know, and
Yeah.
he's not conditioned to play 82 games. His body can't do it. He lost
100%.
food and knows too
He must
much.
go Europe.
That,
He must go
That's
to
why he's
Europe.
condition though.
He must, yeah, bro. If you're
Let's go
not
to
willing to put in the
Barcelona.
work, go to Europe. Let's go to Lithuania or something. That's where Lamelo Ball went to. Go play somewhere, bro. That you're gonna be willing to put in the work and then say, hey, guys, I'm putting the work. I'm coming back. This thing of us babysitting Zion, no. Zion's
It's too
contract
late
must
now,
end,
bro.
and we must shut up and say, okay,
Yeah.
we're not gonna renew your contract, and then everybody must be in a panic mode. Oh snap, what's happening?
Yeah.
Where he's gonna go? Then we see Zion. Scoot Henderson is another perfect example. He was compared. He was going one-on-one with Wemby. Scoot was kicking Wemby's ass when Wemby was playing with adults, and Wemby realized, see, these Americans are doing this and this.
Serious.
Let me switch up my game.
Yeah.
Well, switch up your game, yeah. Okay, one gonna we NBA. You want to know what? I'm 7 foot something. These guys can't block me on the tree. Why not? If I'm on the post, they can't do the same thing. Wemby says, "Wemby can post up with Joel Embiid." We know that for a
Yeah.
fact. We won't.
Yeah.
But he will trap him on the tree from the 3-point line. Whether he's driving or whether he's just attacking, he will trap him.
Yeah. And
This
that's what he was
babysitting thing
doing.
must end. It's killing the game. It's
Yeah.
killing the game, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've hit the nail on the head as far as Wemby not like using his height for the 3-ball, because he was doing that against Antetokounmpo as well in their recent matchup. You know, he was shooting from 3 because he knew that Giannis was never ever going to reach it. And then in the paint, of course, that's where he excels from a blocking standpoint. Wemby's on another level when it comes to blocking,
Bro.
guys. Yeah, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, he blocks everyone in their mama, bro. Like, everyone gets blocked. And Jokic
That's
gets
fact.
blocked.
No one is safe. No one is
Giannis
safe.
gets blocked. No one is safe, dog. And that's one thing I like about Wemby. He actually shows up against these superstars, bro. You know. But yeah, hey, it's crazy, dog. You guys have said a mouthful there. Like, and I concur with you guys. Like, I do believe that the NBA will be stricter. You know, they are going to put a lid on a lot of things. Yeah, because I mean, even right now with the awards, you have to play a certain number of games for you
60
to
games.
qualify for listen to that 60 games for individual awards. You know, so it's changing. It's changing. It's becoming more and more stricter, which is good, bro, because hey, we're sick and tired of these spoiled kids.
I think they're sending that message
a lot.
with the Luka trade. I think that's what they were trying to
Yeah.
say. would see the league is not run by the players.
For sure.
Subnengile, you guys will
Yeah.
trade you tomorrow, bro. We'll trade you tomorrow for some cash and a washing machine if we need to.
Yeah. I think that's what they're trying to.
It's like the NFL. NFL is all owner.
Yeah.
Players have no say in the NFL.
Jimmy said it perfectly. That's where they're leading to. And if you look at what they've been saying, the viewer. Sorry, Jimmy, go ahead.
Oh, Jimmy said.
No. Do you want me to repeat?
Yeah.
No, I just didn't hear what Jimmy said. Sorry, I didn't hear what Jimmy said. Sorry.
Oh no, sorry. I said that the Luka trade for me is a statement that the owners want to take control of the NBA.
I agree.
If you compare the NFL, in the NFL, players have absolutely no say. Whether you Patrick Mahomes or whether you Tyreek, they don't care.
They won't get that
It's
plantation
controlled by the
treatment.
owner.
Yeah.
I think the NBA has
Bro.
Literally,
Plantation treatment. That's what Diggy said. Didn't Jimmy? No, who's this guy? Dennis Schroeder say that? It's like slavery.
It's slavery, modern slavery.
They go.
Modern
They're
slavery.
gonna be like, the NFL guys, they know. You just want your body, close your mind, get your money, go home, bro.
Yeah, dude. Hey, but Schroeder, dog, I feel for him, dog. Like, how many teams?
Damn. And this is a FIBA MVP, yeah. This is a FIBA the last FIBA World Cup MVP. This is it. Got just traded like that, bro.
But guys, Schroeder was nice at the Brooklyn Nets. Eh?
Wow.
It was.
I just think
Opened his mouth.
And again, it goes back to my point. You can't have too many guards in the team. You can't have too many floor generals. And I think that's where it went wrong again at Golden State. Too many guards. And that's what I'm saying with Darren Fox. There's too many guards, and you have to have variation in your play. Otherwise, you all become one-dimensional. And I think that's what Schroeder experienced. But I think he needs another shot. Give him another environment. At the Brooklyn Nets, no one thought that he'd do anything. And he was on fire, you know. But when I saw that he contributed to Warriors, I'm like, no.
And then now he's at the Jazz,
Yeah, right.
and apparently the Jazz want to trade him. That's a Schroeder.
No, they're gonna buy him out, eh?
Because he's another one who's like nearing the end of his career.
Yeah, he's gonna end up in Puerto Rico, bro.
I know. I think he'll go back to Germany.
Germany, but Bayern Munich.
Definitely.
Hey, I'm sure he regrets not signing that 84. Remember, the Lakers offered him 84 bar.
And he said he wants more, and they were like, no.
Bets on himself and lost, bro. Yeah.
Hey, dog. And I want that.
Happens to the best of us.
We always talk to bet on ourselves, but that's an example of what happens when you bet on yourself.
Sometimes.
Don't always win.
No backup. No backup.
And they just traded him, dog. Like
he quit his job with no backup. No backup, he quit his job.
Take a lesson from that, dog. Even your agent at times, whoever was advising him, I hope he fired him because really, fumbled the bag. That's like fumbling the bag for real, dog. But anyway, gents, is there anything else that I'm maybe missing?
I'd like to add something. March Madness is coming up, boys. I always talk about one college player every time. Cooper Flag. Watch out. That white boy is nice. That is the new generation of white boys that are coming.
I'm over the of the
Sorry, can you repeat that? You cut
the
it.
next Larry Bird. I'm saying I'm over this whole chat of the next LeBron is coming, the next Larry Bird is coming. Cooper Flag will be overhyped again by the media, and then we'll crucify him when he doesn't live up to our standards. Yeah? That's my thing. That's my chat with.
When last did you hear about Duke University? Zion. Duke University right now is ranked second in the country. No one's talking about it. Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
No, them boys came to play, bro. That's what I'm just saying. All I'm asking is keep an eye out for him. I definitely think he's going number one.
Yeah.
I'm very confident because we've given number one to these overseas kids in the past couple. Right now, we only know which other rookie we know besides Castle right now.
Because they're all whack, yo. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Thank you.
They're all whack, bro.
Cooper
The number
Flag.
one pick is Back. Oh,
Yeah.
Cooper Flag is going to play.
But Flag is the one, bro. I mean, didn't this guy have a scrimmage in high school with Abu KD, bro? And KD was like, yo, this guy was shooting over me, dog. At 18.
Last year, Sbal.
yeah.
Last year against the Team USA, Yubakate went in on all of them. Against Team USA before they went into the Olympics. We saw it, we witnessed it. He's already playing against big boys. He's doing what Wemby's doing. Wemby decided to go professional instead of going college. Cooper is taking as much time to play with the professionals to make sure that he's ready for it. He's going to get bigger. His shooting is on form. He's just going to be that tough white boy, you know, the Christoph Porzingis that we wanted.
Yeah.
Not the one that the Celtics have. That's going to be the Christoph Porzingis.
The one who won the chip, right? Yeah, that one.
Injured. Everybody can get an A in a work assignment, bro. Everybody gets an A in the school projects, bro.
Yeah. That's what Jeff T did. Remember when he won his chip? He's like, hey, I got an A.
I have to go. I have to go.
Go on.
All right, no, guys, thank you so much.
What's up?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Robinson has to be
Sorry,
out.
guys.
Yeah,
I got
no,
duties.
I know, cool. But guys, thank you so much for availing yourselves. But this was a very dope episode. Can we have a Super Bowl one next week? We're gonna be talking about Kendrick's performance, because of course it's gonna be.
okay, cool.
Yeah. So next week,
I hope the
I was gonna say I don't watch the NFL.
lose that. I hope Cavs though. As much I'll be happy for them if they win, but I hope.
Yeah.
Hope they lose.
Yeah. All right. No, gents, thank you so much for availing yourselves, nah.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Cheers, nah.
Cheers, guys.
Take care. Please like,
Patience,
comment, share,
patience.
subscribe to the channel. We out. Peace.